Variable 3, competition. Both subjects are going to squeeze as hard as they can for 80 seconds until fatigue, and then they're going to compete to see if that competition can help them push past that fatigue. Attach 3 electrode tabs to the arm of the subject. 2 tabs should be placed on the ventral forearm, 5 centimeters and 10 centimeters from the medial epicondyle, along with an imaginary line connecting the medial epicondyle and the middle finger. Attach the 3rd tab to the upper arm. Attach the red and green tabs to the tabs on the forearm. For this lab, the red and green leads are interchangeable. Attach the black leads to the tab on the upper arm. Have the subject stand. The elbow should be at a 90-degree angle with the arm unsupported. The subject should be turned away from the computer screen. Prior to starting, make sure you zero each one of the sensors. Change your settings to fit what is needed for the lab. Hit the button here. You're going to change this to 100. You're going to change this to 100 seconds. Now you're set up and ready for the lab. For this variable, the subject will squeeze as hard as they can for 80 seconds. After that time, the subject will compete with another subject for the last 20 seconds. We're going to take a look at the data for competition. So the first thing we're going to do is get the numbers for force on this bottom graph. We're going to highlight from 20 to 0. We're going to hit the graph tool, view statistics, and the number we're looking for is the mean. We're going to fill in the chart for the continuous grip strength as we move through. So for 0 to 20 seconds, we had 102.7 newtons. Remember, we're rounding to the nearest 0.1 for the newtons. Highlight from 40 to 20 and hit the graph, view statistics, and we're looking at the mean. For 20 through 40, we had 70.2. Highlight from 40 to 60, hit the graph, view statistics, and look at the mean. For 40 through 60, we had 61.2. Highlight 60 to 80, hit the graph, view statistics, and look at the mean. For 60 through 80, we had 44.3. Highlight from 80 to 100, hit the graph, view statistics, and look at the mean. For 80 to 100, we had 46.3. We're going to now look at the EMG in MVs. We're going to highlight from 20 to 0. We're going to hit the graph, view statistics, and on this one, we're going to look for the minimum and the maximum MVs. We're going to fill in the data for EMG data, max MVs and minimum MVs. For 0 through 20, for the maximum, we had 0.68. For the MVs, we're going to round to the nearest 0.01. For the minimum, we had negative 0.37. highlight from 20 to 40, hit the graph, view statistics, and take a look at the minimum and the maximum MVs. For 20 through 40, for the maximum we had 1.57. For the minimum we had negative 0.65. Highlight from 40 to 60, hit the graph, view statistics, look at the minimum and the maximum. For 40 through 60, for the maximum, we had 0.58. For the minimum, we had negative 0.24. Highlight from 60 to 80, hit the graph, view statistics, and take a look and note the minimum and the maximum. For 60 to 80, for the maximum, we had 0.77. For the minimum, we had negative 0.68. Highlight from 80 to 100, hit the graph, view statistics, and look at the minimum and the maximum MVs. For 80 through 100, for the maximum, we had 2.10. For the minimum, we had 0.70. It's now your job to figure out the change in MV, the delta MV, and put that answer here in this column. Now that we have all the data, you can start doing the lab report. A template for the lab report can be found in the description below.